don't. Interesting.
Fox, on the other hand, we have plenty of.
So how do you think this matchup goes? I do believe Fox needs to capitalize in getting in a lot and juggling, and I don't think Steve is the type of character that'll let them do that, especially Laser, not benefiting the block game that Steve has.
Right. So the issue comes down to patience in this matchup. There's because Fox is a very heavy rushdown character who does not want you to get too much space from him. But at the same time, Steve is literally only good at building walls and keeping space as much as possible. While at the same time, having a pretty solid close game too with his jabs. He can stack combos up pretty high for pretty good damage. Actually, both these characters can do that.
Oh yeah.
But overall, it's either Fox has to aggressively get early kills, or Steve will be able to camp you out and will be able to get what he needs to get the kills that he wants.
Oh yeah. You do not want to let Steve. You do not want to let Steve live long enough, especially when you have to capitalize, reset, neutral, back and forth, grab them. That's not doing much of anything, but he is going to close out that first stock.
Back to an even game. Now you can see Redacious is also really good at this. He'll always build to cover his every kill he gets.
Oh, mask. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, mic close to the face. Oh,
Oh, okay.
You can't hear me. I see. Can you hear
All
me? Am I good now? Okay.
All right, cool.
I didn't know. But so what Redacious does is usually after a kill or anytime he gets the slightest advantage, he'll start to build kind of away from his opponent as a way to kind of get his resources so that he can get the fastest way to diamond, and to also provide extra defense, because not a lot of characters can cover the option of going through. There we go, getting Foxguy6 getting that second stock.
Oh yeah, and I was about to say, Fox doesn't have a lot of baiting options when it comes to dealing with Steve's wall, but that's not gonna do it.
He's good.
Gonna go through the anvil. That's pretty strong. But yeah, Foxguy is definitely making sure that Redacious dies as soon as possible, and not giving Redacious too much time. But yeah, using that invincibility to get through the recovery, but bringing that percent in and evening things out, making things as difficult for Foxguy as possible.
He just wants it. He wants this kill so badly. You saw him go for the anvil into something else. He wanted that finish.
Yeah, man. Foxguy is definitely in his face. He's not afraid to approach Steve at all. Look at all this.
Yep.
Okay.
That's going to do it right there. He was on top platform at just off of main, so that was going to go for sure. That was still a very, very close game for both.
Oh, yeah.
Foxguy was doing a lot of the right stuff against Steve there, not letting him get too far away, getting those good kills, those clean up smash kills that Fox wants. I don't think that match could have gone any differently, other than just kind of the unfortunate stuff that just Redacious was going through.
Yeah, Foxguy's a little bit too aggressive, but he had the right idea, getting those combos in, getting that percent in. Raw percent and SD. All right, that happens. All right.
Redacious is just like, what the heck?
Already looking good for Foxguy. But yeah, raw percentage is something that Foxguy, or Fox in general, capitalizes off of. And it doesn't really matter too much as long as you can stay.
That happens.
Oh yeah, PS2. Yeah, he's dead. Okay.
And not just PS2, but because of how Fox is a fast faller, you catch him into that, you don't get out.
Oh yeah.
He drags you across stage. It's almost as bad as Rob's down tilt. It's terrible. But
that's definitely a meme approach option. If you're Wolf, Fox, or just about any spacey, I think that just running in, not aware of whether or not they're going to condition you into just holding A and moving towards you like a freaking slasher. I don't know. It's pretty. It's a really bad 0 to death. Yeah. Like on spaces, yeah.
It's a bad 0 to death on anybody who's like not very floaty, because Fox is the fast faller of this game. Like he suffers from so much like ground game combos. not good for Fox players to kind of deal with.
Oh yeah, that's like one thing that can just stop Foxes from dying, just being aware of whether or not you're at that very low percent of letting that just casual jab just destroy you at 0%. But it looks like he's closing things in, getting in his face a lot. I don't think Redacious is ready for Fox's offense, but I think he's doing a good job of like using that coaster, especially on people that have a hard time landing, and it looks like he's closing out that stock. SD might be doing him a little bit of favors there, but like we saw on that first stock, in that game 2, he closed that out with a jab combo.
Yeah. So again, very even game. The other thing with Steve's attacks is a lot of them come out so quickly and have very little end time on them.
Oh yeah.
Up tilt and forward tilt jab is literally like, it's so free if you do it properly. Forward air is a really good move because of how fast it comes out. Back air is pretty good. It's just Steve has a lot of very quick attacks like Fox does, and both of them are able to capitalize on how quick their attacks come out for huge damage. But the difference is Steve has regular weight versus, or he's like, not weight, what would it be, like airspeed, I guess is what it would be. Versus Fox, who is just the ultimate, like, he's always like so grounded because of how fast he moves.
Yeah, and this is not just any Steve, this is Redacious.
Yeah.
So the options, the probability of them air dodging as often as Foxguy would in this scenario or in this matchup is very slim. You can just throw out a lot of tilts, a lot of jabs, and you can benefit off it a lot, the most. And if you get that like nice little distance between Foxguy and Redacious, he might have that might be conditioned to use coaster a lot. Yeah, back air.
Very clean.
Gonna make sure that Foxguy, a lot of people that don't know how to deal with Steve have like this fear of approaching Steve. It's like, you know, you have to, especially if you don't have the projectiles or the materials or the resources to make sure you can deal with Steve at a safe distance, like Min or something.
Yeah.
But Foxguy does not care. He's getting that percent in, that raw damage in, those grabs in whenever possible, and just finishing off with F smash. Not gonna approach him off stage too much. You know how much of a hostile that is. But I did hear that if you get rid of the crafting table, you can sort of deal with the ledge trapping or the stalling on the ledge with Steve. But it looks like he has.
I think Foxguy's got the download right here.
Oh yeah. And
I know this for a fact because these two have been to a lot of the similar tournaments. So I think Foxguy's watched Redacious play. I think they've played before at other tournaments, very briefly. It's just, I think the fortunate part is just Foxguy knows the matchup a little bit better than a lot of other people do. That was a funny interaction. And that's kind of the thing that surprises me is like not a lot of people know the Steve matchup, and it's mainly because of we don't have many Steves in this region.
Restock. That is a complete download.
And that is, yep.
You love to see it. But yeah, Foxguy is definitely getting that experience in. A lot of people online, especially on Twitter.com, be like, "Ha, Steve sucks. Move on." You know.